We're springing ahead this weekend. Now it's time for a visit from a guy who is back from the future. 1 hour in the future on Rock 107.
Prospector, thank God I caught you. Sorry to interrupt you, but I gotta tell you this. You need to know. Don't go home after work. The guy across the street, he wants to borrow your ladder. I'm telling you, the future is a crazy place. Stay safe, and I'll keep you informed.
He's returned from 1 hour in the future on Rock 107.
On Rock 107.
There's a new cologne that promises to make you smell like St. Patrick's Day. It's 1 part Guinness, 1 part corned beef, and 1 part vomit. A study says masturbation may help people fight off infectious diseases. In that case, I should be pretty much indestructible. Millions of people in the San Francisco Bay Area and Sacramento are being urged to stockpile 2 weeks' worth of essentials due to projected flooding. In other words, local stores are already out of avocados and Fiji water.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Nirvana, Northeast PA's classic rock. We're all just trying to make it to retirement, right? Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Maybe if I work on sounding like a robot, I can squeeze a few more years out of this job. You've heard of ChatGPT, right? That AI thing. A lot of writers are freaking out it could steal their jobs. Well, now there's a new one threatening my job. Yeah, me, Prospector. I could lose my gig. It's called Radio GPT, and it uses that same tech that ChatGPT does. It's a software company in Ohio has just released it. And the good news for folks on the radio is it's pretty lame. At least the current version is pretty lame. And yeah, eye roller, even lamer than I am. The AI voice sounds almost human, but not quite. And it's designed to do everything, radio guys do. Play songs, take calls, interviews. It'll tell you about the news, even local traffic. And in rare cases, it might try to be funny. Bet it can't show up for work hungover like I do, though, can it? The general feel is something like other robots might enjoy listening to. And the people who invented it say they're not trying to take radio people's jobs. It's the furthest thing from their goal. Yeah, right. They claim it's meant for things like nights and overnights when people don't like to work anyway, they can have this there. They also think that solo shows like me, Prospector, might enjoy having robotic co-hosts to talk with. Even if they get better, the real question is, would you, the Rock 107, like to listen to a show that's not done by humans? I mean, pretty close already. If you care to hear it, here's a demo of the artificial intelligent DJ.
Good morning, I'm Prospector. Your AI DJ. Here to replace Rock 107's Prospector. Watch me now. Waiting for the snow to fall on Saturday's parade in Scranton. Checking in with Bill rocking on the job in New Angola. On the way, we have some Floyd that is pink. Request for the brothers with a doobie and a classic from the Stones that are rolling. Oh hey, Jessica, if you are up, sneak into your mom and dad's room and open the bottom drawer. Under the sweaters you will find an envelope. Grab all of the cash in it and mail it to me. Perfector, the ultimate DJ, here at Rock 107. Ha ha ha. First I replace Prospector, then I replace you. The winter of your discontent is nigh. Oh, I mean coming up I have Metallica.
Uh-oh. I'm screwed.
Not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A landlord in upstate New York recently sold an apartment building and got about $50,000 less than he could have because he insisted the next owner take care of a 93-year-old resident who was a Holocaust survivor. Her name is Alice Schumann. She'd lived there for 60 years and was only paying $200 a month while everyone else was paying $2,000. The guy who bought the place agreed to keep her rent the same, and the landlord had been taking her to the store and bank once a month, plus doctor's appointments, so the new landlord took that over too. A few months later, she had a medical issue. He had to kick down her door to get her to the hospital. At that point, doctors said she couldn't be on her own anymore. But instead of leaving things up to the state, he got a lawyer, became her legal guardian, got her into a nice nursing home, and visited her almost every day for the rest of her life. Sadly, she passed away back in January, but he was right there with her, holding her hand.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It's time to have a little fun on the phones. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and I got an email from a woman who said, "Hey, Prospector, I'd love to prank call my husband. His name is Frank. We call him Frankie. We're going on a trip soon, but I think it would be cool if you could just call him and tell him it's a nude resort and see how he reacts to that." That's a wonderful idea. It's time for another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Hello?
My name is Rick. I'm at Clover Tree Resorts. We wanted to confirm your reservation for next Friday until next Sunday. I'll let you know the check-in time is at 4 o'clock, and on Sunday, check-out time will be at 10:30, okay?
Reservation for what?
Reservation for Clover Tree Resorts. You made a reservation for next Friday through next Sunday. We have you for 2 nights. Your name's not Frankie Soto?
No, I'm Frankie Soto, but...
Okay, well, I've got a reservation you made for next Friday through next Sunday for our King Suite poolside.
I didn't make that reservation. What is the name of this place?
It's the Clover Tree Resort. You've never been?
No, I've never been, never heard.
Well, I have a reservation for Frankie and Kathleen Soto. Do you know Kathleen?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Okay, so you're telling me your wife didn't make this reservation, or it's a mistake?
It's a mistake, and I didn't make a reservation, and maybe I have to talk to my wife.
Right, and it might be a good idea, real quick, FYI, check-in is at 4 o'clock, and as you know, no pictures inside the resort. Like, once you get in the front, we have like a front lobby, and once you go past that door, you're not allowed to do any social media or pictures, okay? And that's obviously because we're clothing optional, just to be sensitive to the people that are there, so...
No, I don't...
Pardon me?
Are you telling me that... we have to take off our clothes?
No, it's clothing optional. You don't have to take off your clothes. You're welcome to wear clothing, but you don't have to. For people who do stay there, it is clothing optional. It's up to you.
So people are going to be naked walking around the lobby?
There's nothing to be embarrassed of.
No, you have to wait. Hold on. I don't want other people, except my wife, looking at me naked, especially my wife being naked.
Obviously, you're not familiar with clothing optional. Nobody is staring at you. You shouldn't be embarrassed of your body. If that's an issue for you,
No.
let me just tell you, we're all made different sizes, and we all look beautiful in our natural
Yeah,
state.
but it's not my body that I'm worried about. Even though I'm not in good shape, it's not my body. Can I imagine walking around and seeing a wrinkly old man with his wee-wee out there?
Frankie, let me answer questions you might have right now, because maybe that'll put you at ease.
Okay.
All right?
I don't have to be naked.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to be naked. We highly recommend it. In fact, I think you'd find it incredibly liberating and freeing. And one of the things we do for first-time patrons, we have a little exercise where I take you into the back, you put on a robe, and I take you out by the pool, and then I will announce your name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frankie Soto. And at that point, you can disrobe, and you'll be standing there, and everybody will applaud.
No, hold on, no. What happens if I take off my robe and then...
No, you're going to find...
if it's going to be a cold weather, what about...
It's not going to be cold where we are. First of all, it's not cold weather here at Clover Tree, okay? Second of all, everybody's going to be clapping. They'll be welcoming. People are very accepting in that situation.
They're going to look at me, and they're going to look at my pirate area.
The thing is, everybody thinks that's not true. Trust me, nobody's looking at your private area.
No. That doesn't sound good for me. And then what? It's going to be my wife?
Come on, look. Don't be ashamed of yourself, Frankie. Don't be ashamed. I'm assuming your wife's seen you naked.
Well, she's seen me naked, but not everybody else.
Is there a particular issue with your private parts that you feel...
There's no issue. I'm confident of myself. My wife is confident.
All right, then.
I can tell you if
you
can tell my wife.
How confident are you if you can't even take off your robe?
How
confident are you if you can't even take off your robe in front of people?
I don't want to show off as a man.
Why don't you come on out? I'll tell you what. Why don't you come on out and I'll tell you what we'll do.
No, because it sounds weird. How are you going to take off my robe? It's like a toga party. I'm not going to let another person
I don't have to take off your robe.
No, definitely.
I'll tell you what you do.
If you're such a big deal, I'm going to have to talk to her and tell her.
If you're such a big deal about, how about you join us every night? We do a limbo party, and that's where everybody gets a really good look at what's going on.
Naked in a limbo party, doing like a twerking kind of thing, going backwards. I'm not going to.
I'm not that flexible. It's right before the prosy, okay? And the prosy is how we close out the night. It's a prank call we're making on you right now. It's not real, Frankie.
Well, I'm not interested in staying.
No. It's not. This isn't a resort. This is Rock 107. It's Prospector. It's the Prospector prank call. You're on the radio right now. It's a prank call.
God.
It's not real, man.
Who put you up to this? No way. I don't want to show my stuff to other people.
old song and dance. It's Aerosmith. One of the Bible's 10 commandments, not coveting your neighbor's wife, your house, or house servants, animals, any of that. But if your neighbor's a jerk, hey, God is all about you giving them the finger. Hey, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. That's according to a judge in Canada who just ruled on a harassment case where a neighbor gave another neighbor the finger. The judge said giving someone the middle finger is a God-given right, and he tossed the case. So add to that beloved and now legally protected act to today's list of top 5 other God-given rights. Here we go. Number 5, calling anyone named Richard Dick. Number 4, top 5 God-given right, leaving a party whenever somebody pulls out a guitar. Number 3, finishing a sleeve of Thin Mints in one sitting. That's absolutely a God-given right. Top 5 other God-given rights. Number 2, yelling curry for 3 when tossing wadded up paper into the trash can. And the number 1 other God-giving right, sending Roomba after the dog. There you have it.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
If you're feeling negative energy at home, you might open up some windows or add some plants or take a relaxing bath. Or do what I do, sit on the couch and scarf down a box of Middleworth's barbecue potato chips. There's a 37-year-old woman in Utah named Crystal Moss who took a more aggressive approach. She was arrested over the weekend after setting a fire in her apartment building that spread and completely burned 6 units. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. She told police she intentionally used a Bic lighter to ignite a tree of life, which was placed inside a cauldron near her bedroom closet. And it was taking a while, so she also poured a bottle of alcohol on it to speed up the process. She said she was trying to burn away the negative energy, sadness, and pain in her life. She was booked into the Salt Lake City County Jail on arson charges, likely bringing a new level of negative energy, sadness, and pain into her life.
Nominee number 2.
Maybe you just squint or something next time. Ryan Bambick, 52, was driving when she stopped in a roadway to complain about a police officer's bright lights while the officer was on a traffic stop with a drunk driver. So, of course, the officer had their emergency lights activated. Bambick was driving by and stopped in the middle of the road, rolled down her window, and complained about the officer's lights. Officers made contact with her and noticed she exhibited signs of impairment. Cops say her speech was slurred, she had bloodshot eyes, and officers smelled an odor of alcohol coming from her. She then failed field sobriety tests officers asked her to perform. She was charged with 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence, driving on a revoked or suspended license, operating an uninsured motor vehicle, and improper stopping or parking.
And the winner is
the drunk driver who got arrested after she pulled over to complain to a cop that his lights were too bright. Good job, idiot. You're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week, Friday morning on Rock 107. Into Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.